This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning to Mark the Infinitely Tired, Purple Valkyrie, and Chris Persia. The Rangers are here in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Arwen Avalon, good morning to the lady Arwen Avalon. Dean Krantz, oh, there's Project Storytime. Good morning, Project Storytime. Ghost Rider, good morning. Dave G Sound, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Keely, Roll Tide, brother. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, Sherry. Hello, Sherry. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Gun Buddy. Hail, Gun Buddy. How are you doing this morning? I hope you are having a great one. Olds Gamer 72. Good morning, Ghost Rider. How are you doing? Good morning, and a big good morning to our guest this morning, the one and only Mrs. Project Storytime. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am doing well. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Everybody's getting ready for turkey. I'm doing well. Getting ready to eat tomorrow, and then spend the next 2 months burning off calories from just tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of baking today. Pie and bread.
Nice. What kind of pie are
Yes.
you making?
Pumpkin pie. And I make nut breads too, so I'm gonna make those. It's my
Loki
favorite.
makes a pie. Loki makes a pie.
He does?
He does. Loki makes a candy cane pie.
What? What is a candy cane pie?
Okay, so I'll give the recipe out since it's Thanksgiving. This is what you do. Go and get, I like the Keebler graham cracker crust. So that's what I get, that Keebler graham cracker crust. And I will get a mix for cheesecake.
Ooh.
Okay. And then I will get the thick candy cane sticks, the thicker ones. You know, the ones that are about half the length, but they're thicker.
Yes,
And
I like where this is going.
I will chop those up in a coffee grinder. So, and you chop them up until it's just a powder. And then you, instead of mixing sugar into the oh my God, my brain just stopped. The mix for the cheesecake, you put the dust, the candy cane dust in there, and it turns the pie pink. And it the peppermint, the candy cane completely overtakes the flavor of the cheesecake. So it ceases to taste like cheesecake and tastes like you're eating a candy cane pie.
Oh, wow. Where did you get this from? Is this your idea?
This was from like 20 years ago. I was like, you know what? I wonder if you mix like candy cane in this cheesecake, what's gonna happen? So I did it, and it came out really good.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna have to try this someday.
Get your 3 or 4 boxes of those candy canes, and just make a bowl of powder out of those candy canes, and mix it in with your cheesecakes, and it will be glorious.
Oh wow! I'm going to try this.
Good morning, Snowed Up Live. How are you doing? He says, "Good morning, beautiful people." Arwen Avalon candy cane pie. Oh my God, sounds so good. I've done crushed candy canes on chocolate pie before with marshmallows, hot cocoa. You want to whip this in. You want to like pour this in as you're whipping it. So you don't want to like put it on top. You just like want to whip it in when you're whipping your cheesecake. So it's good. Trust me, it's very good. I used to call it what was it? Candy cane crack pie is what I used to call it. And I just was like, no, candy cane pie. I got out of that stage of, oh, everything's got to have crack in it. It was just candy cane pie. Oh, but we are not here to talk about Loki Spy. We're here to talk about Mrs. Project Storytime's time with fandom, what she likes, what first got her, what was the first real fandom she got into. We were going to talk about some Comic Cons and some anime cons, because I hear you like to go to anime cons. So let's start out with your first fandom. What was the first like IP you really got into that was like, this is, oh wow, I'm into Star Trek, or I'm into Doctor Who, or anime, or whatever.
Yes. So really, probably for the well-known stuff, it would be Sailor Moon. It's my first favorite anime, and that was the thing that really got me into it. There was actually anime that I liked before that. Like, I used to like watching The Flying House and the Grimm's Fairy Tales, but that was made in Japan, that anime, but I didn't, when I was watching those, I didn't know what anime was or anything like that. It wasn't until Sailor Moon that I really started to get into it. And yeah, I went from there. I mean, I picked up and read tons of different anime, and I tons of manga, and I started reading, and started watching a ton of anime, and I like all different kinds of styles of anime too. Like the popular stuff, the weird stuff. I like all of it, really. A lot of different styles.
But Sailor Moon was your first one.
Yeah, that was the first one. And that's the one that's like the near and dear to my heart. Even though it's kind of corny, especially the American dub and everything with the Sailor Moon says at the end and everything. I still really like the that's still the one that's close to me.
So, did you ever get to go to like a Sailor Moon Comic Con or anything like that? A convention? Anything?
No, there was never really a Sailor Moon con that I've ever really heard of. If there was, let me know. But um, out where we live, that's not too far from where we live. There was an anime convention called Teko Shokan, which was and I went to all of those. I started going to that from the very beginning when it was first like when they first started it, and it was just like 3 rooms in a hotel, and that was it, until it like kind of blew up. And I went to that, oh, maybe for like 13, 14 years. I went to that, and yeah, that was fun. It was a great time.
Did you ever meet any interesting people while you were doing that?
Who did we see? I can't really remember right now because it was so long go.
All right.
uh,
As you got older, did that expand out into like new IPs?
um, yeah, like, um, so, well, really was when I got married that it started to kind of expand into like other IPs. I mean, I liked other like comic books and stuff when I was um growing up. I really loved Jeff Smith's Bone when I was older, and as I got into more things, and then I also really liked The Crow too. Like the original Crow comic was really cool to me, and that was one of my I really loved that. It was so
Well,
beautiful.
we share love for the Crow thing. 'Cause I absolutely
Hmm.
love that first Crow. There's
Yeah.
nothing like it.
Yeah, I loved that movie too, and I really loved the comic book as well. I was so sad when Brandon Lee died.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah.
It's so sad. I had to drag everybody I knew, every single person, one by one. I didn't even take them as a group. I saw that movie 15 times in the theater before it was out the door
Wow.
because I took everybody. I was just dragging people. Oh, you're gonna go see it? Yeah, you are, because you're going with me. Come on, let's go. And yeah, yeah. That was I think the first thing I went crazy like that with support. I'd never done anything like that. You know, you go see a movie once in theater, you don't go back and see it 15 times.
Hmm. I've never done that. That must have been really like important. Yeah, really cool to you. Yeah. Wow.
So you expanded out
Mhm,
into more. Was
mhm.
there ever anything like mainstream you got into?
Well, the other series that really like had an impact me was Battle Angel Alita, and they of course they made that into a movie. I mean, that was in development hell for forever, but when I first heard that that was going to be made, I was super excited for it. Of course, I was much younger back then, and I was like, "Oh boy, yes, we're gonna get a Battle Angel Alita movie," and and then but then it was like back I mean, and then like 10 years later it came out and I'm so much more cynical now and I was kinda like, "Ah, are they really gonna do it right?" Because they came out with so many things that weren't before that that just weren't that good.
Yeah,
Like the Death Note movie and everything. Well, I mean, I liked William Dafoe in that. That was good. He was a great Ryuk. Uh, I'm sorry
they
if I'm
have a
saying that wrong, but
they have
I
a
Ryuk,
hard time. They have a
yeah.
hard time bringing anime to the silver screen. They really do.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it always has to kind of put that kind of they just change it, and I don't want it to be changed, there's that thing about the Japaneseness about it that they and when you try to put an American, like, kind of veneer over it to kind of make it palatable for, like, an American audience, then it's just not the same, and I don't like that. It's like, "No, I want it to stay the way it is." It's hard to explain, I think, but, um, I mean, overall, though, I think I really enjoyed Battle Angel Alita. Overall, the American movie that they came out, it's one of the better things that they came out with. Like, it's not like Ghost in the Shell, that was kind of a dumpster fire, but
I was so pissed off about that. I was so
yeah,
because I love Ghost in the Shell. I love all the old anime.
yeah,
Ninja Scroll, Ghost in the Shell,
yeah,
Wicked City, and
mhm.
when they completely just crap on something like that, I get really upset. I get really upset, which is one of the really good reasons why I do this show. I'm like, no, no,
Yeah,
light it on
yeah.
fire.
Yeah, that I've kinda blocked out some of that movie. Blocked out a good chunk of it.
It's funny because all the SJWs came screaming out of the woodwork. She's not Japanese. She's not supposed to be. The brain, the girl that she is in her brain is. The outside shell is not supposed to be. That's why it's a shell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It's not important. It's not supposed to be that important. At least I didn't interpret it that way.
But that's all they care about. And just goes to show that is all they care about. They only care about the shell of someone. They don't care about the actual person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Yeah. Way to reveal the truth.
Brain, we never get a live action Akira. Purple Valkyrie, yes.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Live action Akira.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that movie is, so I have mixed feelings about that one, because I read that huge manga that they came out with. It was in our library, and I borrowed and read that whole thing. Yeah, the book is better than the actual like anime movie, but it was still beautifully animated though. I mean, it's fantastically animated. And honestly, it confused me. The movie confused me when I first watched it. I was kind of like, okay, I'm not, because there's so much in. It's really they cram so much into one movie, but yeah, but it's like, but it was so well made. It's like you have to watch it just to see how gorgeously animated that movie is.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you. It's one of the beautiful animes from back in the day. I remember people calling them Japanime.
Yeah, Japanimation.
Japanimation, yes. Because like you had American animation and then you had Japanimation. And, I remember some of my. What do you watch it? Because it's badass. Go watch Power Rangers if that's what you want to watch. But this is badass.
Super Sentai, yeah.
God, help me. MB Geek, let's talk with the $5 super chat. Let me get pulled up. MB Geek. I love this live action interpretation of Cowboy Bebop. John Cho has nailed Spike. Yes, it's different from the anime, but the spirit is there. Thank you so much. MB Geek, let's talk with that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. I'm going to throw you out some fire, MB Geek, because I know I missed you yesterday. Skol! Mark Damley Tired says that's what we called it back in the late 80s, Loki. Japanimation. Zax, yes, Japanimation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, that does bring back memories. Yeah.
I remember popping in Ninja Scroll for the first time and that opening scene on the bridge where that guy in his underwear is like, 40 pieces of gold, Jimmy. Yeah, my friends being like, why the hell are you watching this? I'm like, just wait. Just wait. When you see ninjas jumping through the trees and the shuriken flying through the trees, and yeah, you will know later why I absolutely love this movie. To me, it doesn't get better than stuff like that. It doesn't get better than the stuff that came out in the 80s and the early 90s.
Yeah, do you remember now back then it was like on like some of the other like pay channels like Showtime and stuff, they would like sometimes put on anime. They take all that, yeah, and put it up. Yeah, I used to like hunt for that at like early in the mornings, like 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, waiting to find
a good anime.
Yeah.
Or the really weird thing is there was a lot of adult stuff out there. Okay, so you've got stuff like Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll is very adult. Wicked City is even more adult. If you've seen some of the stuff that's in Wicked City, I'm finding this stuff in Hollywood Video, and I'm renting it at like 12, 13 years old, and they're just yeah. Oh, we got a whole stack of them here. All right, and yeah, a dollar a rental. So it was like I'd take $5, go and get 5 movies, and be sit up with anime for the whole weekend. And they had their own little section. So that was, of course, almost 30 years ago now. But it's they didn't care, and they obviously didn't know what was on it. They had
They
no
didn't.
clue what was on it.
They saw it had a cartoon cover. It can't be that bad. That was the way it was.
We'll just throw it in the Japanimation section.
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, because back then all those old like companies like what Central Park Media, Anime Works, all those things, they just brought over
Manga.
whatever. Yeah, was that Manga Corp? What was that?
Manga Corp.
Yeah.
That was Manga Corp, and that was like my first anime membership, because they always manga, become part of the manga club, and get access to VHS cassettes before they go on sale to the public, and you're like, oh my god, I have to have it. You got your little pin. Pat S said, growing up, I never knew Speed Racer or Voltron was for Japan. Go Lion! Not until I was an adult. Yeah, I was in my teens.
Yeah, I used to watch Voltron. I had no idea where it came from.
Yeah,
but I liked Voltron. Yeah.
No, you grow up thinking that, and then I was like, I got the metal books, I think I got the metal books, and it was like, we're coming out later this year with the Go Lion collection. I'm like, oh my god, I've never seen them. I want them all. Anyone still have their Blockbuster card? Unfortunately not. I wish I did.
I think my husband might still have his Blockbuster card.
And let's talk my opinion. We did that term to differentiate from USA. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. US anime and good anime. Japanese animation was just addicting. Akira, Ninja Scroll, Ghost in the Shell, Vampire Hunter D. Vampire Hunter D is another good
one. Yeah. See, and after also Dragon Ball Z was also like
I never got into that. MD Geist, yes.
I never saw MD Geist. No, it's one I haven't seen yet. But that was the thing. It's like when you were watching like anime, it was like I'm so used to seeing. I was also, I expected like certain things from cartoons and animation, and it's like, and also their stories as well. You always expect the bad guy to die and the good guy to win. And then like in anime, it was like so different, because then like a good guy would actually die and it would be permanent. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. I have to keep watching this stuff.
Where the good guys die and the bad guys get cut in half.
Yeah. Or like really like X that was done by Clamp. I think sometimes I think it's called X 1999, where it has that very dark ending. It's just like, did the good guy win? I mean, everybody's dead but him, basically. It's like, I just got different kinds of stories that I wasn't really getting so much from in American stuff. Although it was there, I just didn't know about it. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of American things that were done that were dark too. I mean, The Crow being one of those things, but
as far as anime goes, they weren't allowed to do a lot of that. Like Robotech and Voltron is seriously edited. That is edited for American television.
I can imagine that. Yeah, I've never seen it unedited. Did you?
Go Lion is really interesting. Go Lion is like a completely different animal than Voltron. I was very surprised at just how different the dialogue is and how different some of the stuff is. Like Sven dies. Sven gets like completely obliterated and dies, and that's why the princess takes over. that does not happen. He gets injured and you never really see it. You just see him like in his little lion, and that's it. And oh no, Sven's injured. He's like stabbed to death in the Go Lion.
Oh, jeez.
And killed by one of the monsters, and that's when the princess takes over the Blue Lion. It's a completely different animal. The princess is like spanked all the time. That's another thing. She's like more of a whiny brat and gets spanked all the time. She's not the caring princess that we all know and love. She's kind of a brat and gets spanked by the nanny all the fucking time. What have I told you? And you're like, wow. It's just like every other episode. What have I told you about going inside and acting like a heathen? And you're like, wow, okay. They really are into this spanking stuff in Japan.
Yeah, some old anime does stuff it's like, this is not politically correct to say.
Yeah, it's just it's a completely different beast than Voltron, and it's the way they do the tricks. There's like 3 Voltrons, 3 or 4. I can't remember how many there are, but this is like on the outer reaches of the universe. You've got like the inner galaxy Voltron, you've got the mid galaxy Voltron, and then you've got the outer galaxy, and this is like the fringe part of the galaxy. You don't even know that this is like the outskirts. So, and this king created this cool robot Voltron, and Hagar tricks him into bringing it too close. Hagar, they like completely leave that out, that the king, Laura's father, is the one that was in Voltron when that happened. So.
Oh, wow.
MB Geek, let's talk with $5 super chat. Thank you so much, MB Geek. He said, I walked into my toy store, looked up and saw Lion Voltron and was like, yes, looking for it for years. Grabbed it and was like, I am so happy now. Thank you so much, MB Geek, let's talk. I completely see where you're going there. I would have done the exact same thing. As soon as you see that old Lion Voltron, you want it. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and I'm going to throw you $1, MB Geek. Skol!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. And Pat S. sounds like it's time for a Go Lion sequel stop motion from EBN. If you can get Coach to do it, yes, absolutely. Talk Coach into doing another Go Lion sequel.
So did you ever try to watch the new Voltron?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah. I've got kiddos that watched it. They were like, oh my God, the new Voltron, because I'd made them watch all the old ones. Same thing with Transformers. They did the same thing. New Transformers, okay, I'll watch it. I tried. It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Some people really raved about it until the very end, and then they were like,
yeah.
What about you?
I didn't try to watch it. I just couldn't. Like, I don't know. It just kind of had that feeling of, I know I'm not gonna like it. It's kind of like when we watched the new She-Ra. I kind of went in knowing, I know I'm not gonna like this, but I'll sit down and watch it anyway. We didn't watch new She-Ra. Sorry, new He-Man. That was, yeah, and that was another thing. Yeah.
Have you seen the new episodes of He-Man?
No, but my hubby did show me the some of the art, some of the stills from it.
The Hevelin, Abby Smash.
Oh gosh, that was just, I was so like, wow, like, and I mean, I think about like, I don't know if you ever watched like WWF or anything, but like
I used
China,
to a long time ago.
Yeah, China. Do you remember China?
Yes.
Yeah, and like,
yes.
and she was like, she was roided up. I mean, she was on roids and she was big, but Evelyn is still bigger than that. And it's like,
yeah.
oh gosh.
Why?
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 Who is this for? I don't know. I don't know who that's for.
It's not for the fans. It's not for the fans.
Because I liked She-Ra growing up. I thought that she was cool. I liked that she could kick, but she still wasn't. She wasn't like the super like, you know. She didn't just go straight to kicking butt immediately. If she could solve things peacefully, she would, and that's what I liked about her. But if she would kick butt when she needed to. That's what I liked about her. And this new and He-Man I liked too. I liked him, but not as much as I liked She-Ra. And but I don't know, it just kind of feels like, I don't know, it kind of felt like to me like Teela's supposed to be like She-Ra again. And it's like, no, you're not. And she's such a terrible character anyway. She's just a mess.
A Dig Outlaw says she is Kevin's fantasy.
Yeah.
Evelyn or She-Ra? A Dig Outlaw. Purple Valkyrie says it's just for Kevin Smith. I don't want to know what he wants in a woman. No.
Yeah. No.
No, this is all supposed to be for the fans. It's all supposed to be for your enjoyment. It's not. I don't know who this was made for. I don't know why they made it, but it wasn't for the people who loved He-Man in the 80s. I read all the books. I read all the manuals that came with all the figures. I watched all the shows. I even watched that movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh yeah, that one with the Skeletor at the end where he says, "I'll be back." Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Skeletor. I actually really loved the Skeletor.
He was
Really
good. Yeah, he really seemed to really enjoy playing that role. And that's what made it enjoyable for me.
Yeah, so I even like that. Even though Dolph Lundgren's like, I don't know how to talk. I'm so cooked up. I don't know how to talk. Yeah, Dolph. How much nose candy did they give you just to do this one scene? I must have the nose candy before I do the movie. All right, Dolph. He's like very intelligent too. Almost completely ruined his life.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, he's like
poor guy.
rocket science level intelligent. Yeah. Purple Valkyrie says Frank was awesome as Skeletor. He was. He made that movie. He really did. I did not know what to think going into that movie. I was like a kid. I was like da 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 da, and then I was like, what the hell am I watching? They're at the Hungry Heifer. Moo, moo, moo. They're eating chicken at a freaking at a hamburger joint, and I'm like, what is going on? They're running around the streets of San Francisco, acting like they're in a movie. What is happening here?
Yeah, it was a very bizarre. They went in some bizarre directions there, and with that little dude, I forget what his name was, but
Wildor.
Yeah.
Wildor.
Yeah. The Orko replacement, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. It's the Orko. I was like, it's not Orko. Who's Gwildor? That's not Orko. The key. Oh my god. Cosmic key. No. Right now, people are, oh my god, he's quoting the movie. Yeah. The cosmic key. What am I watching? And why am I watching it? Because it's supposed to be He-Man. Skeletor has some cool duds in that, though. The gold outfit, when he gets the sword and he's got all the power of Eternia. Yeah, that's cool. All the power
Yeah.
of Castle Grayskull. Remember the huge 150-page He-Man activity books, dot to dot and coloring? Oh, God, yes. I do. They had all kinds of stuff like that back then. So, what are you like really watching now? What's got your attention now?
Oh, well, I've kind of been going through a lot of the free anime that's on Amazon Prime. And I've been also been going through like series that I saw that I was interested in. So like back in the day, there would, we had like Suncoast videos and like also Anime America magazine, and I would often flip through these things and see like all kinds of anime that was interesting to me, and I kind of wanted to try watching it, but I couldn't because anime was also so expensive back then, like $30 a tape.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they did
Yeah.
the same thing with Barscape too. I remember going down for like
Oh yeah.
God 6 or 7 months getting a tape at a time to get that first season of Barscape because you're like it's
Mhm.
$30 for 2 episodes. That's what you're paying. You're paying $15 an episode. It's crazy then.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm like, and so there was a lot of things I just passed over because, because of the cost. But now I'm finding that a lot of those things that I was kind of curious about are now just for free on Amazon. So I started watching a lot of old anime. Like I started watching Key the Metal Idol. I started watching Tomorrow's Joe, which is a boxing anime. They have so many different sports animes. And even just like really old, like cutesy stuff, because I like magical girl things. I do. So I started watching some magical girl shows like Creamy Mommy and Pastel Yumi, which is they're just adorable. I love how, and they're so sweet. They're just like these cute, sweet girls that care about people, and they use their magical powers to help others. And I like that kind of thing.
MB Geek asks Battleship Yamato on a stream. It's very good. If you can find it. Battleship Yamato, Harlock, there's a couple like that out there.
Yeah.
I absolutely love. I remember reading an article with oh man, I can't remember his name. It's Deo-san, I think that was his name. The guy who did he did a bunch of the artwork in the 80s. And they asked him, why does anime usually center around young characters? And he said, because when you are in school, you have time to have adventures.
Mm.
Once that ends, you go to work for who you're going to work for, and that usually takes up all of your time. That the time for adventure is over once you become an adult, and you have to put away such things and work. No time for fun. No time for adventure. So the way they separate that is usually the adventures are teenagers or high schoolers compared to not so much adults, because being a teenager is the time of adventure to them. I thought that was really interesting. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I can totally see it, though I wish it wasn't true. I wish I could still have adventures when I'm an adult. I still want that. I don't want to let it go.
I think it was Harlock, Dag Outlaw. I think you asked me about Harlock. And yeah, that's a good flick. Space Pirates. Spaceships. I always like the stuff in space. So Macros, Robotech, Voltron. Yeah, Voltron was kind of in space. I always like that kind of stuff.
Gundam.
Even Transformers. Transformers originally is a Japanese product that was brought over here. It's a Japanese show. Optimus Prime was not called Optimus Prime. He was called Convoy, and he died in the television series. He didn't die in a movie. He died in the television series. And yeah, Mark Damon-Tire, Captain Harlock is totally worth watching. Absolutely. A $5 super chat from DJ Ronnie G says, Project Storytime, did you ever watch Magic Knights of Rayearth? It was often compared to Sailor Moon when it debuted.
Yes, I did. I watched that. I watched the first season. That was all. That was. I watched it back. I recently. That's also on Prime too. And yes, I did watch that first season, and I did have the series, the manga, and I had the whole collection of that. And yes, I did enjoy that too. That was a cool series. And it felt so nostalgic, yeah, to watch the anime, and it was like coming back to me again from like the books, and it was like, this is cool. And of course, they expanded it out. They made it because it was like what 15 episodes or so, but yeah, I really enjoyed that. I liked a lot of work that Clamp did. That was the group of writers that wrote Rayearth, if you don't know about them. But they also did like X, they did Chobits, and I like Chobits too. That was cool. That was a interesting story, I should say. Oh, I can't think of anything else at the top of my head that they did, but they did Rayearth. And I mean, I liked their art too for the most part. Some of it is a little weird, it's kind of wonky, especially with the guys and their huge shoulders and their kind of small heads sometimes. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a classic.
Brightest Day with the $1.99 super chat says Macros gave us the legendary Atanu Circus. Thank you so much for that $1.99 super chat, Brightest Day. You guys keep the fires burning, Brighton. Thank you very much, DJ Ronnie G, for your $5 super chat. Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
So is there anything that has completely like changed the way you viewed anime? Is there something that came along that you were like, oh my God, I absolutely cannot live without this. This is the bee's knees. What would be your top choosing when it comes to anime?
Oh boy. Let me think about that for a second. I mean, Battle Angel Alita is my favorite thing of anything Japanese, I think. And I think that's just because I love and I know the anime itself only got like 2 episodes, but the books, I really, really love that manga. And it's still going, and I still collect it. But and I love it just because of the style. I love its dark humor. I love its and Alita, I think that she's a fantastic character. She reminds me a lot about myself. She's a very sensitive person, but also goes through all these different stages of like, just ferocity and because man, she's a beast. But I even like in the earlier parts of the series where she loses her true love and then like goes like on a rampage afterwards, just like kicking everybody's butt in like the rollerball tournaments, and she just does it because she's so upset. So emotionally upset about everything. And yeah, but then she like grows up and like and changes, and she's just a constantly changing character, but she's still herself. And there's so many weird things in that in the story too that's just kind of blows your mind. Like um um and it has so many different kinds of things in it too. All this science fiction, like vampires, like everything just gets thrown in with like weird like, and all these cool fights too, these fantastic robot fights. I love this series. I love that series a lot.
Well,
Um,
you're not the only one. There are a lot of people that love Alita Battle Angel.
mhm,
I was worried. I was very worried. I didn't know if Robert Rodriguez was going to get not the style right, but have the ability to translate it over to a silver screen. But he
mhm.
did. I
Yeah.
think the movie's one of the better anime movies, one of the really good anime movies of all time. There's stuff that's missing, but of course there's always stuff that's missing.
Yeah.
They're gonna jump around here and there. It's a shame
Yeah.
we're never gonna get a sequel. Not a good sequel anyway. I don't think we will. I don't think they'll let him go back to it. Disney owns it now, and they're gonna sit on it. They don't care. They'll reboot it 10 years from now and do something completely different with it because that's what they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot there, so yeah, I think they did get her character right in the movie. But they did not get Destinova's character right, I don't think. So I'm not sure that they were gonna take that in the right direction anyway. Um, the one thing in the movie was the character Destinova, he's just kind of you see him at the end and he's just kind of standing there all frowny, and it's like, no. Destinova not smiling and laughing maniacally is kind of like the Joker not smiling and laughing maniacally. It just doesn't fit. It's exactly the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
you
that
got
was
to get
kind
it
of the
right.
yeah, and it's like, no, I don't think that's right, but yeah, the Disney. And it's like, that's the other thing, because I grew up loving Disney stuff, and what they are now just disappoints me.
They,
I'm just sad.
some people say that, oh well, they steal stuff now. Well, the Grimm fairy tales, they were taking from the Grimm fairy tales in the very beginning, but they were
Mhm.
making a quality product that everyone could enjoy, and that's not the way it is now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say that it used to be like whenever a Disney animated movie was gonna come out, I'd be all over that. I'd wanna go see it, but now I don't even care. I know they're coming out with things, and I just don't care anymore.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. It used to be a huge treat when you'd get Cinderella or you'd get Beauty and the Beast or you'd get Lion King, and now it's just, who cares? I saw a little bit of the live action Lion King and I was like, where's the heart? Where's the emotion? Where's the heart in these characters? It's not there. You can't see it. It's not in their faces. It's not in their actions. It's just not there.
Yeah.
That smile Scar makes when he's planning, to overthrow everything and take control, that smile, it's just not there. None of that is there. None of the heart that went into those animations is there. And that's what's gone. The heart's gone. The
Mhm.
heart's gone out of Disney and it's been replaced by the seven pillars of the horned rat.
What?
Well, they have seven pillars of diversity and inclusion. That's their.
Oh.
They even have an executive vice president in charge of diversity and inclusion.
Oh.
That's all that matters to them anymore is those pillars.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
nothing else matters. All the heart's gone. The heart and soul of Disney is gone, and it's been replaced by seven pillars of diversity and inclusion. When you stop caring about your characters, you stop caring about the story, and all you care about is pandering to an audience that doesn't give a shit about your show anyway. Um, that's all you've got left.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, I don't care. It's not that I don't think that we shouldn't have different characters, different types of people and stories and stuff like that. It's just, make them people. I want to see them be not, just checking off these boxes and just feeling very cardboardy cutout. But I mean, it's like, if you don't like what you see, then make what you want, make what you want to see. So that's why I want to write stories about like that are where you have like different kinds of people, and they're just people and not like, you know so stale and flat, boring things.
Yes, all the imagination is gone,
Mm.
and it's just
Yeah.
just a shell of what they used to be. A lot of the people in here, a lot of the people talking about this, Lady Miss, Louise Sparrow, Arwen Avalon, Purple Valkyrie, MB Geek, all of you that love Disney for what it was, I completely agree with you. I love the old movies. It's heartbreaking to see what it has become, what Disney is about today. And that love and that care for that animation is gone. And I'm very proud of Japan, because Japan has put up safeguards to prevent something like that from happening. They have implemented safety procedures to make sure you can't go back and you can't alter those movies. You can't go back and change the animation. You can't go back and cut something out and say, oh, well, this is the way it is now. It is considered art. The Japanimation of the 80s, the 90s, 2000s is considered art and cannot be messed around with and altered unless they say so.
And good for them for doing that.
Yes.
Because it's very, I just think it's very arrogant to think that, are these very, very self-righteous people, very holier than thou kind of attitude. It's like they think that they're the bastions of morality or something. And it's so weird to think about that, but yeah, they think that they can tell everybody what to do or something, and
it's just not the way it is.
No.
Absolutely. I want to thank you for coming on here this morning. Thank you so very much, Mrs. Project Storytime, for coming on here. You and Josh have been wonderful supporters of the show since the very beginning. So thank you so very much. I'm glad I got a chance to get you on here.
Thank you. Yes, I was glad to be here. It's cool.
When Mr. Project Storytime said, "Hey, she's got time available next week," I was like, "Absolutely. I'd love to talk to her," and it has been a pleasure. I love talking anime anyway. It's been another topic I barely ever get to get into. Snowed Up Music and Entertainment with $2 super chat says, "Happy Turkey Day, Eve, skull and tuck and roll." Thank you so very much, Snowdub, for that $2 super chat. We are going to throw you out some wrath and furious anger. Skull!
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Thank you so very much, guys. And Balamese Minion says, we all grew up with Disney, and to see they lose the heart and love of the IPs is just heartbreaking. It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. And it hurts. It does. Especially those of us that loved it, that grew up on it. Yes. And Project Storytime, give her a big hand, everyone. She has to put up with me. Yes. And Bree. And Bree. I'm sure you get Bree all the time. Oh my God.
I do. I love it though. Love you too, hubby.
And Lady Mist with a $5 super chat. Okay, now we need some anime watch parties. Absolutely. And I know,
Yeah.
Lady Mist, I know what you
Yeah.
want. I know what you want. I know. You want some toxic femininity. Well, here it comes. Here's some toxic femininity. Go! Thank you so much, Lady Mist and Arwen Avalon. She has to live with Bree. Like, oh my God.
I can't even do it as well as he does.
Oh man. All right, so we're getting out of here, guys. Happy Turkey Day tomorrow. We will be back live tomorrow. I don't know what the heck we're gonna do for an hour, but we're gonna do something tomorrow morning before Turkey Day gets started, and we're going to do something tomorrow night. So I will be back with you all tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. I don't know if Edega is going to be on with me tomorrow night, but I will be on to do something. I don't know, share the holiday with y'all. For those of you who do not have a holiday to go to, we will be here to have a holiday with. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And again, thank you so much, Mrs.
Happy
Roderick.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You all have a great one, and we will catch you guys next time.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.